Alright, how you doing? This is stage name BK or Black Krishna for manforwars.com here on a lovely Tuesday, July 9th, 2019 in downtown Toronto, Canada. I'm just about a block west of Yonge and College, across from 40 College Street and Toronto Police Headquarters, where there's three famous Masonic statues there, including of a hermaphrodite cop finishing off a pyramid. So that's just across the street from me. And it's currently 6:25 p.m. Tuesday, July 9th, 2019. And at manforwars.com, I am promoting polite patriotism to help nice ladies and gents teach kids to be, look, talk, and feel great, and locally discuss and share great online info they find online, or offline, excuse me. So all the stuff you see online, people love YouTube videos, podcasts, typing to strangers, getting likes on Instagram pictures, and yet offline, we're having some issues sort of translating that into actual conversations with each other, right? So I'm promoting polite patriotism, so people act nice enough to look, talk, and feel good with each other, and they're patriotic, they feel responsible. I got to make sure I'm cool, other people are cool, where I am is cool, where I live is cool, as opposed to the opposite of that, right? And so at manforwars.com, promoting that. Feel free to comment, subscribe, get in touch with questions, or to work together, or to financially support the manforwars.com efforts as you'd like. I just spent the last a half an hour or so, or whatever, chilling out and showing you what one of the main issues is, which is pretend sketchy girlfriend zombies make each other uncomfortable, don't respect each other enough to look at or talk to each other comfortably, and then wander around attacking strangers, anybody nice, happy, busy, whatever, trying to turn them into pretend sketchy girlfriend zombies who wander around bothering people. So basically this video is before the October 2019 election. Can we avoid putting up with and acting like pretend sketchy old ladies or wives or girlfriends who hate you being nice or happy or busy, get worked up, force you to put up with them, see them look ugly? You can't really look at or talk to each other, so you kind of have to do it back. Then you don't respect each other, and you run around attacking other people like zombies trying to make more. Can you avoid that so that before the October 2019 election, which is in just less than 3 months, that's for the next Prime Minister of Canada for the next 4 or 5 years, can you avoid doing that with people you know, avoid doing that with strangers, teach kids to show and get respect, and grow up to be nice, polite, happy, confident adults, and talk about the October 2019 election, right? Doesn't matter if you're left or right or black or white or whatever. It'd be nice if you were polite, and then we could respect each other and communicate well, and then we could discuss who we want to vote for, right? When it comes to Trudeau or Scheer or Bernier or Jagmeet Singh or whoever, right? Can we discuss these things, right? Or do you have to attack anybody that can look, talk, or feel great, or is nice or happy or busy? Or do you have to attack polite Canadians and make them put up with you until all they can do is bother you back? And then when you don't respect each other and you can't communicate well, run around like zombies attacking anybody else who's not zombieing to try and turn them into a zombie, right? And it's lying bitches begging to be broken, right? It's a pretend sketchy ugly old lady or wife or girlfriend acting stupid, worked up, bothering you for no reason. You can't say what's wrong or talk to it. It'll get embarrassed and can't explain why. It'll argue, it'll lie, right? So there's nothing really you can do with it except for force it to see you look ugly back, and then run away from each other and bother other people to try and make zombies. So, and I've said, I don't want to lose my self-respect, take anybody else's. BK Black Krishna from manforwars.com. Comment, subscribe, get in touch with questions, or to work together or financial support as you'd like. Just try and politely ignore it, keep my self-respect, let people know it's safe to be nice to each other, and then every day I meet people where it's safe to be nice to each other. Otherwise it's not safe, right? You're just going to get screwed, you're going to feel even worse. You know, if you're nice to someone and they get worked up and bother you for no reason, force you to see them look ugly, act like you're a pretend lying, bitchy, sketchy, ugly old lady or wife or girlfriend who doesn't respect you and wants to make you put up with it, right? So you can't be nice to each other. Why? You're just going to, hey, how's it going? I'm going to look at you. Yeah, you're looking at me, forcing me to look ugly. Here, play with my hair, touch my hair, oh, touch my face, wipe my nose, show something in my mouth, look at my body, look at my butt, oh, put up with me, oh, worked up, right? Like, so it's not safe. So then people can't be nice to each other, they can't act nice enough to talk, you know, or mind their business or look at each other. And so they just zombie around bothering people, right? So, and I'll say that a couple of times just to make it 100% clear with the framing and people going, yeah, it's me, we, that's me, we. Not polite, self-respecting Canadian adults who are like, that guy's crazy, keep it moving. You know? It's like, no, it's me, we, I can't explain why, I get embarrassed, I bother people, I lie, right? So, is it possible before the October 2019 election in less than 3 months to stop acting like pretend sketchy girlfriends with people you know, worked up, bother each other till you can't communicate well, and then run around like zombies attacking nice, happy, busy, polite Canadians to try and turn them into zombies? Right? So here at 6:30 p.m. on Tuesday, July 9, 2019, BK Black Krishna from manforwars.com. There's a little setup here. There's a little setup there. Right? And sometimes people might get confused, right? You don't want to be embarrassed. Someone thinks you're in some sort of horrible relationship, right? Someone goes, hey, what's wrong? You know, what's wrong with your sketchy old lady, your wife or girlfriend? Why are they all worked up bothering you? Why are they making other people uncomfortable here? You know, can you guys settle that before you come into this coffee shop or store or environment or whatever? Can you guys, it's like, it's not mine, nothing. I have nothing to do with it. Don't blame me for it. It's not mine. It's just pretending. Nothing. It's okay. Some little self-respect, mind your business. It'll finish. Life's being ignored, acting stupid, probably wants to stop. Right? But it's not mine, right? It's just pretending. It's just pretending. So don't look at me like I'm a jerk. Like, hey, Mr. Big Strong Man, what's up with your miserable, sketchy old lady, your wife or girlfriend, worked up bothering you? You're making everyone here uncomfortable. You know, what'd you do? What'd you say? It's not mine. It's just pretending. It just does that. It's not mine. Right? If it can't do anything else, it'll just finish. It'll just take care of what it needs to do. Ah, such a miserable bitch bothering people. Ah, put up with me. Oh, you didn't see it. Oh, great. Oh, we don't hate each other. Great. Oh, you didn't bother me. Oh, great. Runs away. Right? Just sick of being a rude, ugly girl. Right? They're just sick of it. Just sick of being, rude, ugly girl, put up with me. Pretend ugly, sketchy old lady, wife, girlfriend, put up with me. Oh, you're a man. Oh, you didn't, it's beneath you. Oh, you're not paying attention. Oh, you're not messed up. Oh, you're not bothering me. Oh, great. I'm not in trouble. Oh. Just runs away. Right? And it's just pretending. Like I said, if there's one near me, and it's, you know, near me and other people are around and might be embarrassing, you know, I'll just tell people. I'll say, it's not mine, it's pretending, nothing. It's not mine, it's just pretending. You know, don't put this on me. Don't say, hey, what's wrong? You know, what's going on? What's with you two? It's nothing, just pretending. So, it'll finish. You can't say do something else. Like, how? With people I know, I get worked up and bother them. They get worked up and bother me. Can't respect each other and communicate well. So I just wander around, bother strangers, trying to force them to see me look ugly until they force me to see them look ugly. And then I run away and just try and make more zombies. So how? How am I supposed to? How? On a nice day in Toronto, like today, Tuesday, July 9th, 2019, how am I supposed to hang out with family, friends, co-workers, be nice to each other, act nice enough to mind our business or look at or talk to each other? How? I get worked up by them, they get worked up by me, we look down, we're uncomfortable. And then we wander around like zombies trying to attack people and make more zombies. Right? So before the October 2019 election, can adults respect each other and teach kids to not act like pretend sketchy old ladies or wives or girlfriends with each other, worked up, forced you to, hey, look at me play my hair, oh, look at me touch my face, oh, look at me show something in my mouth, look at me wipe my nose, oh, look at me, oh, look at my body, oh, look at my butt, oh, put up with me, right? And then don't say anything, right? And this is best in class 21st century New World Order brainwashing. Check out manforwars.com for more on that. So here's what I'll do. Because it's currently July 9th, 2019. The election for the next Prime Minister of Canada should be October 5th, 6th, 7th, something like that. So less than 3 months away. And can Canadian adults respect each other and communicate well to learn from each other and make an informed and empowered decision on who to vote for? Or do they just attack anybody who can look, talk, or feel good, any nice, smart, happy people, to try and turn them into zombies who can't talk and then make more zombies? Right? So to help with this little experiment, I'm going to look at a website. It's a very good website by a fine young, I believe he's Albertan man, Spencer Fernando. And he has a website called spencerfernando.com, where he usually writes short articles, 300 words, 500 words, 200 words, like 5 or 6 a day or whatever, about Canadian politics, often from a more conservative perspective. He's conservative, but he's being honest, or he's trying to be honest, right? And he's, not hardcore, super red pill crazy, but he's sort of, more independent than mainstream liberal media or mainstream conservative media. He goes kind of a layer below that, right? And so this is spencerfernando.com, Canadian news and commentary. Whoop, there we go. And you'll see what happens. And that's what I'm saying. Before the October 2019 election, can you avoid pretend sketchy old ladies, wives, or girlfriends to talk about it? Right? Or do you have to? Do you have to just, someone gets worked up, force you to see them look ugly. You have to get worked up, force them to see you look ugly. Can't respect each other, talk to each other, don't feel like it. And then zombie around bothering strangers, trying to make more zombies. Anybody nice, happy, busy, just attack them, force them to see you look ugly. Right? So at spencerfernando.com, I'm going to go through some of the articles. One of them is 46 people hospitalized for carbon monoxide leak in Winnipeg. And this is just me checking out right now, live, Tuesday, July 9th, 2019, before the October 2019 election, checking the website, seeing what's up there, and seeing what happens. To anybody else that reads this or anything else and wants to talk about, wants to look, talk, or feel great about fun or serious stuff. Because it doesn't matter. You could just be minding your business. Pretend sketchy girlfriend zombies hunting for nice, happy, busy people to attack and turn them into zombies who bother people. Right? You could be looking, talking, or feeling good. You could be confident, happy. It hates that. It hates nice, happy, busy people, and it attacks you. It tries to make you put up with it. Right? It's not even yours. It's just pretending. So, here's the first article. 46 people hospitalized after carbon monoxide leak in Winnipeg. All right? Now, this would be the type of thing that concerned Canadians, should be able to talk about. Right? Oh my God, carbon monoxide leak in Winnipeg. We should check our carbon monoxide detectors. Didn't know it could get that bad. Hope people are okay. It'd be nice if you could do that. Right? This is spencerfernando.com from July 9th, 2019. It says some are in unstable and critical condition. A severe carbon monoxide leak at Winnipeg Super 8 has led to 46 people being hospitalized. On Twitter, the city of Winnipeg said CO2 levels in the motel on this 3700 block of Portage Avenue reached up to 385 parts per million. WFPS update. Crews responded at 10:19 a.m. to an automatic alarm indicating carbon monoxide gas in a hotel on the 3700 block of Portage Avenue. Once on scene, crews detected CO of various levels throughout building up to 385 parts per million. This is from the city of Winnipeg, right? So what happens to the typical average Canadian adult, man or woman, if they try and talk about this or anything else really? right? What happens to that, right? Turn to corporate clones or anti-free speech commie zombies who make sure nobody can talk, just running around trying to attack anybody that can look, talk, or feel good or is nice, happy, or busy to try and turn them into a zombie. Or a lying bitch begging to be broken gets off being ignored. You pretend ugly, sketchy old lady, wife, or girlfriend acting stupid, worked up, bother you for no reason, likes when a man ignores or shits on him, better than being bitchy with a wimp or stuck not liking and respecting each other or bothering them back, right? Like if your own wife, or if you're a man and your own ugly old lady or wife or girlfriend, miserable bitch, no reason. You're like, no way. Fine. Go away. At least you're a man. You look kind of stupid the other day, but now I'm sure. Not mad. I'm not in trouble. Nobody cares. Good. Right? So that's the pretend sketchy girlfriend, old lady, wife, girlfriend, zombie apocalypse, right? So back to this article. This shows the severity of the leak, as even a level of 10 to 20 parts per million can be dangerous, according to what UFFW President Alex Frost told to the CBC. So even with carbon monoxide, when you have carbon monoxide detectors, 10 to 20 parts per million can be dangerous. It's got to 385 parts per million. It's 30 times as much, right? Hence 46 people hospitalized. Now, this is a typical human interest story, and you should be able to talk about this if you're a polite Canadian raising kids to be. You can look, talk, and feel great, and before the October 2019 election, talk about fun or serious stuff like what's going on, and not be attacked by pretend sketchy girlfriend or wife or old lady zombies with people you know or with strangers who just try and turn you into one, because you can't do anything else with them, right? You can't just look. If you look, they're going to keep forcing you to see them look ugly and then get embarrassed and lie and deny and argue, and you know, and you can't talk to them because you don't respect each other. So they just force you to see them look ugly until you force them to see you look ugly, and then run around like zombies trying to make more people who do that and attack anyone who's not a zombie yet, right? So anyway, you can check out SpencerFernando.com for more on that article. I'll go to a different one from SpencerFernando.com here, right? And this is a long guest essay by an anonymous contributor who doesn't want the backlash from either side of an issue, because people aren't encouraged to be informed and empowered these days. The globalists, super rich people that want to use the UN and other groups they control to centrally control the world, the nationalists in each different country that want to preserve their great countries and their great people and make sure that they can build on that. That's the battle. And the globalists are using the radical left to turn everyone into Antifa-style commie zombies, right? Can't talk to people they disagree with, can't talk to each other, nobody talk. If you don't act like that, you're a Nazi, and then attack and then turn everyone into a zombie, right? You're a zombie that can't talk. If anyone can, they're a Nazi, because obviously they're not a zombie, right? And so that's the radical left leadership. So if you believe in a lot of that radical left thinking, you have to understand the people at the front of that, you can go, right? Like if you go to a more conservative rally or protest or whatever, you'll see a lot of people that know how to act nice enough to talk, right? Because conservatives try and preserve what works to make people happy. Liberals push for changes to make people happy. At their best, it's a good conversation where people respect each other, evolve their opinions, and compromise and move forward. At their worst, the conservatives are Luddites. You never have an iPhone or a computer or anything. And the liberals are like, everything's mess. Not comfortable in my own skin. Everyone racist, sexist, phobic. Canada wasn't a nice country where minorities kept coming for 50 years and immigrating in large numbers because they called each other and they said this place is great. No, we're racist, sexist, phobic. Destroy the whole thing. People suck. Everything sucked. Replace it with communism. Everything sucks. Everyone must be equally sketchy zombie. Right? Because you're just constantly racist, sexist, phobic. That's the opposite. That's the worst. That's the radical left. So the globalists are using the radical left to turn normal people into commie zombies. Right? You know, the people that'll be like, abortion till age 12. Age 12! and you're like, I'm not so sure about up to age 12. Fuck you! I'll freak out on you! Fuck you! My body, my choice. If my kid's 12 and I don't like him, I get to kill him. Then I get to put on shirt skirts and go to bars and fuck strange men. Fuck you! Right? Like that's what you're dealing with. Right? And they're making normal people into that. Right? Where they just stop you from doing anything. Right? Where normally it should be polite conservatives, maybe more pro-life, polite liberals, maybe more pro-choice, respect each other. You know, you're Nazi. It's like, no, why are you pro-life? I like babies. Why are you pro-life? Why are you pro-choice? I like women. Well, you both seem like nice people. Let's talk about how we can move forward on this and respect each other and, no! Abortion till age 12! Most important thing for a woman to fight for is the right to kill her baby. But no, hold on a second. For 100,000 years, the most important thing a woman wanted was to save her baby. That's the most important thing they cared about. Even animals, people. No, most important right. More than right to free speech, right to protect yourself, bear arms, right to not be searched and seized and messed with by the government for no reason, right to not be bothered, assaulted, threatened, pursue freedom, prosperity. No, kill baby, more important. That's like, whoa, slow down. Can we talk about this? Because I'll make you less messed up. No one makes me less messed up. I just make everyone more messed up. Right? That's the radical left corrupting classic Canadian conservatives and liberals and turning everyone into commie zombies. Right? And it's not toxic masculinity, it's toxic femininity. Toxic masculinity is a ruse. It's a guise. In fact, at manforwars.com, I've got over 2 years, over 2 million people. Stubborn masculinity can help toxic femininity fix itself. This lying bitches beg to be broken would rather be ignored than be bitchy with a wimp. Have you not like each other or bother them, right? And, it's in style for everyone to be ugly like a woman. Me, I just come across ugly like a man. Right? I'm normal, super nice guy. Super nice, friendly, good-looking guy, happy, nicest guy. Even people who know say, hey, if you're going to kill everyone on the streets, go home, take some sleeping pills, cut your wrist in the tub, and just kill yourself. Just take care of it. Killing yourself every time you're embarrassed in front of someone, losing self-respect, and they try to take theirs. I'll say that. And then the next person will be like, whoa, you seem like a really nice guy. You're super serious about this not bothering people thing. Great, let's be nice to each other. Right? So, I don't want to be ugly like a man, but if a man or a woman or a child is that determined to be that ugly like a woman, what the hell are you supposed to do? Right? If it's your ugly old lady, your wife or girlfriend, worked up, bothering you for no reason, busting your balls, you're impotent, you can't say anything, or they're going to embarrassed and lie and argue. Right? It's not like you can go, what's wrong? Oh, this is what's wrong. Hey, you can help me, you're a big strong man. No, put up with me. Bust your balls, scramble your eggs. There. Right? The guys do that with each other and girls and kids, and they run around attacking strangers like zombies trying to make more. Right? So can polite Canadians, before the October 2019 election, respect each other, teach kids to, and talk about fun and serious stuff related to the election, and respect each other, act nice enough to talk. Right? And it's lying bitches begging to be broken, right? Get off on acting stupid and making you not like each other and then wander around bother strangers, or get off being ignored trying, right? So back to SpencerFernando.com, good ale, Khalistan, and a classic example of empty virtue signaling. It says here, note this article was submitted by someone who wished to share their opinion on this important issue without facing possible backlash. As a result, it is being published anonymously. Good ale, Khalistan, and a classic sign of empty virtue signaling, right? And this is a long article, but I took a quick look at it just a few minutes ago. And the bottom line is, the liberals in charge, the radical left globalist sellout liberals, not your normal, not your mom and dad's liberal. It's just like, I'll defend to your death your right to disagree and speak freely, because that defends mine. This one is, no one can talk anymore. Put up with me. Zombie around, bother everyone. Right? That's the new radical left commie zombie. Right? But the point is, this article basically, from what I could tell, was saying that the liberal government is trying to have it both ways by appealing to extremists, even violent extremists that want to kill people for their ends, to prove they're hardcore radical leftists, while also trying to go, yes, we have to take care of our hardcore crazy base, but we also want to seem like we're normal too, right? So, and it's a complicated issue, but this is about Sikh separatists looking for their own homeland in India. They blew up an Air India jetliner over Canada in the early 80s, and they weren't remorseful. And this article goes into that complicated issue, right? And a lot of people don't agree. There's a lot of normal people that just want to be like, wow, I just want to be a nice, polite Canadian. Just relax, respect people, they respect me, mind my business, look, talk, feel good, and then teach kids too, nice place to raise kids, and then, do my thing. Right? If we're all polite, who cares? Right? We might be a little bit worried about each other initially because we might be different, new person at work, or new this or new that, but if we're all polite, then it goes away. Or if we're not, he's just a jerk. Who cares? It's a jerk that's black, white, straight, gay, man, woman, just a jerk. F off, eh? Not worth it, eh? Otherwise, if it's nice, doesn't matter. Black, white, straight, gay, man, woman, doesn't matter. Right? So, that's the point. Right? Not unified in being diverse and equal, where we're all the same corporate clone and commie zombie, because we keep feeling more guilty because we're not diverse enough and equal enough. We're polite and responsible. Right? That's what we're responsible for. Polite, responsible people. I gotta be good at being guys. Straight up, cool. Guys cool, girls, kids cool, whatever, make sure, right? Not zombie, make sure no one cool, where you live sucks. So anyway, you can check that out. Here's another article from SpencerFernando.com. And this is pretty mainstream. Spencer Fernando, he analyzes mainstream news and he sort of reports on it with little short articles, right? And so it says here, former Prime Minister Jean Chrétien, hospitalized with kidney stone in Hong Kong from July 9th, 2019. Now this is the type of thing that nice, polite Canadians, teaching kids to be, could talk about. Like him, hate him, whatever. Canada's former Prime Minister, should wish him well, should be able to discuss this, right? Not attack anyone that can talk, like a pretend sketchy old lady, wife or girlfriend zombie, and make sure that they turn into one, or get off, be ignored, acting stupid, lying, bitch, baby, broken, wants to stop, can't help it, nothing, it's okay, have your little self-respect, don't lose yours, take anyone else's, keep it moving, right? And there's a shot of Jean Chrétien. It says here, Chrétien was hospitalized as a precaution, says spokesman. After falling ill in Hong Kong, former Canadian PM Jean Chrétien has been hospitalized with a kidney stone. According to spokesman Bruce Hartley, he will return to Canada following treatment to remove it in Hong Kong. Chrétien was slated to speak at a forum on U.S.-China trade. Former Hong Kong leader Tung Chee-hwa addressed Chrétien's absence. I want to deliver an apology because Jean Chrétien, the Prime Minister of Canada, he arrived here very late last night. We were supposed to have breakfast together, but he has not been well. And as a precaution, we have taken him to the hospital. We think he's going to be all right, so wish him all the best. Whatever our political viewpoints, we can certainly agree on hoping for a swift recovery and good health for Chrétien. So there you go, a nice little article. Former PM hospitalized, right? Hope he's doing well in Hong Kong hospitals. It'd be nice if Canadians could talk about that. Right? Nice, polite Canadians teaching kids to be. Right? Before the October 2019 election, can we be nice, polite Canadians teaching kids to be who can discuss, respect each other and discuss fun or serious stuff like the October 2019 election? Or will we make it impossible to discuss anything? Just zombie around. Not act nice enough to look at, talk to each other. Here's another article from SpencerFernando.com. Watch, Andrew Scheer discusses focus on making life more affordable. From July 8th, 2019, SpencerFernando.com. Okay? Everybody cares about money. People don't care about themselves or other people. They still care about money, right? So this should be the type of thing that people should be able to discuss, right? Which prime minister will make life more affordable? Is it Trudeau? You want another 4 or 5 years of Trudeau? Will that help, right? Maybe more taxes, but maybe more social services to help, if that's the sort of general, best case scenario. Or is it Scheer? Maybe less taxes, conservative side, less social services, but you have more of your own money, you invest it, stimulate the economy more. That's an argument, right? So before the October 2019 election, it'd be nice if Canadians could discuss this sort of thing. Right? Now I just turn to zombies who make sure no one can do anything else except for zombie, and try and make more zombies out of any polite Canadians they find left. Just running around hunting for happy, busy people. Just walking around hunting on their own or in packs of zombies, 5, 10 zombies running. One of us will get him. One of us will get him. That nice, happy, busy person. What a polite Canadian. One of us will get him. Run! They all get worked up and spaz out and try and force you to see them spaz out, look ugly, make you uncomfortable. Right? Just as long as one of them turns you into a zombie, then the group of 10 zombies is happy. Otherwise, you're just walking around looking to attack anybody nice, happy, or busy to try and turn them into a zombie. Right? So, and again, it's just pretending, so it's nothing. It's not yours. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. People can tell unless you get involved or something. It's just pretending. Pretend sketchy old lady, wife, girlfriend, likes acting stupid, bothering you, or likes acting stupid and being ignored, right? So it'll finish. No, it's okay. Don't bother me. It's a nice day. If I'm inside somewhere, if I'm inside a store or something, and it's super aggressive, even if you ignore it, it keeps trying to force you to see it look ugly, get worked up, bother you, until you have to do it, and then you turn to a zombie, you run away from each other, and go bother other people, right? I'll just hold up, newspaper, manforwars.com sign in case people want to stop. Otherwise, inside, flip it inside out, not advertising, right? And I've said, literally, in a place where I'm buying something, I've said, oh, no relation, no, it's okay. I'm sorry it's bothering people in here, but I don't want to bother anybody. It's okay. You want to stop it or something, fine. It's okay, can't help it. It's no relation, it's just pretending. No, so sorry. I'm sorry it's doing that. But you don't want to talk to it. It's going to lie, get embarrassed, and argue, right? So it's nothing. It's okay, right? So my point is that, and I said that, other people are really nice. People are like, oh, okay, I understand. It's super nice, right? It's just pretending. It's not yours. It's not your responsibility, right? Otherwise, if I was a security guard, I'd come over and I'd say, hey, man, look, can you and your ugly old lady, your ugly, sketchy old lady, your wife or girlfriend, get your shit together before you come in here, right? Don't come in here all upset at each other, worked up, bothering each other, making everyone around uncomfortable. Don't come in here. Get that shit done outside our store or our coffee shop or our restaurant or whatever. And then when you come in here, even if you're not happy with each other, don't make it so everyone else has to put up with you. And I just say to them, it's not mine. It's just pretending. It's a pretend sketchy old lady, wife, girlfriend. Just force you to put up with it. You can't say or do anything with it. Just makes you feel impotent. Oh, you can say, hey, what's wrong? Impotent, put up with me. Bitchy, ugly old lady. Can't do nothing, can't say nothing. Put up with me, right? It's pretending, right? So, I just simply say, it's not mine, it's just pretending. Nothing. I'm sorry it's bothering people in here, but it's not mine, it's nothing to do with it. So you don't do anything, don't argue with it, don't make other people more uncomfortable. It's nothing, it's fine. It'll finish, right? It just wants to finish what it's doing. So, if it can't do anything else, can't do anything else. What else can it do? It just wants to force people to see it look ugly until you force you look ugly, and then it runs away and more people, bother more people. It's not yours, it's pretending. It likes being ignored, acting stupid anyway. I'm sorry it's doing that in here though. I'm sorry it's doing that in here, in this store, in this restaurant, this coffee shop. I'm sorry it's doing that in public, right? I'm sorry it's bothering people like that. But don't blame me. It's not mine. It's just a pretend one. It's pretending. Nothing. Right? And then people are super nice. They're like, oh, okay, no problem. Just have a little self-respect. It's okay. You don't argue with it. You make people more uncomfortable. Now you're arguing with your pretend sketchy old lady, your wife or girlfriend. Right? So, and then people are super nice. Not like Canadians can't be nice. Canadians be super nice. As long as you're not doing that zombie shit, pretend sketchy old lady, wife, girlfriend, zombie shit, people are super nice. I just went to a place, bought a coffee, avoided some pretend sketchy old lady, wife, girlfriend near me, and I explained, it's not mine, it's just pretending. Nothing. I'm sorry it's bothering people in here, right? But it had nothing to do with it, right? And then the guy at the counter was like, oh, okay, cool, straight up guy, cool. And so we were cool with each other, right? Bought a coffee. I could actually, once I sensed that he wasn't going to get worked up and force me to put up with him, because he recognized I didn't want to do that or put up with it, then I could look at him, and he could look at me, and we could respect each other. I could see him. He's a nice guy, decent looking guy, working the counter at the 7-Eleven or whatever. Me, nice guy, two polite Canadian men, respect each other. Hey, dude, thanks, man. I'm sorry, debit card didn't work there. I'm tired of the tap. Oh, good, it worked. Okay, have a good day. Yeah, you too. It's all good, right? Then with the next one, he had to start, oh, how you doing? Put up with me too. Yeah, whatever. He just had to start spazzing out with the next person. But for a second, he recognized that we were going to be cool. He was like, oh, fine. And I was going like this, avoiding, explaining, not mine, just pretending. It'll finish. What else can it do? It just does that. It does that with people it knows, and then it goes and bothers strangers the same way once it can't do anything else with people it knows, or it's really hard to. Right? So here at 7:01 p.m., Tuesday, July 9th, 2019, BK Black Krishna from ManForWars.com, before the October 2019 election. Can we respect each other, teach kids to look, talk, and feel great about fun or serious stuff, and talk about these issues when it comes to the upcoming election? Otherwise, there are smart Canadians out there, but they have to act like zombies. Not like, no, offline. You have to act like online. You could be making brilliant YouTube videos, typing great comments, sending great tweets, making great memes. But if they try and act like a human offline, more likely to be attacked by zombie. So you just have to zombie, And I feel bad for all the guys, girls, kids, when you're going to be attacked by zombies. If you don't zombie, you just run around zombieing. That's why even guys, girls, kids, sometimes just permanently zombieing. They're just permanently zombieing, right? Little 8-year-old boy, girls like, screw this, zombie, bother people, yeah, oh, I try to be a cute kid, zombie attacked, you can't be a cute kid anymore, you can't be nice girl, cool guy, rah, screw this, zombie, bother people, just constantly running around zombie. So watch, Andrew Scheer discusses making life more affordable. This is something that I think Canadians should be able to talk about, right? Conservatives, liberals, whatever you are, you should be able to say, let's discuss this. Let's be able to talk to people we disagree with and be able to talk to each other instead of commie zombies. Can't talk to people we disagree with, don't let them talk. Can't talk to each other, don't let each other talk. And zombie around making sure no one can. So from Spencer Fernando, July 8th, 2019, shot of Andrew Scheer. Says conservatives want people to get ahead, not just get by. It says here, conservative leader Andrew Scheer has released a video on Twitter where he discusses his, quote, positive conservative vision to make life more affordable, unquote. Right? Now, should you be able to talk about this, the election's only 3 months from now, October 2019, should you be able to say stuff like this without being attacked by pretend sketchy girlfriend zombies who or who are strangers who don't want anyone to do anything else except turn into zombies who bother people? So back to this article. Affordability has become a key focus for Scheer and the Conservatives as the affordability crisis in our country continues to grow, right? And it's true, a lot of people are having trouble struggling. There's a lot of debt in this country. There's a lot of other BS going on out there. And yet, if we can talk about it, if we respect each other and we can talk about it like polite Canadians, then we can, feel better, we can joke about it, laugh about it offline. Not just on Twitter, YouTube, typing to strangers, but offline, like in 3D. right? Not like the Matrix, where bother people, don't say anything, bother people, make it hard to say anything, bother people, don't say anything, bother people, don't say anything, I'll make it hard to say anything, don't respect each other, don't say anything about it, bother people, right? Sort of 3D versus the Matrix, right? So back to this article. In fact, with recent studies showing that the real inflation rate for many Canadians is closer to 10% than the 2% figure often mentioned, it's no surprise that millions of Canadians are falling further and further behind. And it's true, and if you try and talk about it, so you can have, better people, policies, and places to live, so that you can be cooler with each other, you can vote for better people and make sure they say better things to you, and this is what happens, right? So Canadians are suffering from a 10% inflation rate, not 2%. Means things are getting 10% more expensive every year, roughly, with all the new taxes and this and that and foreign aid and waste and corruption, and don't say anything, just be uncomfortable in your own skin. You can't be comfortable, we're racist, sexist, phobic. You can't be comfortable if you're straight or white or male or female. Unless you're a complete mess, you can't be comfortable. If you're a complete mess, that's like, I'm such a mess, this is so hard for me. I'm a fat, ugly, hairy guy with a beard, it's hard for me to get checked out like a girl. Like, you're a god, right? But normal people, screwed. Right? Everyone has to be a mess. So instead of people helping people feel more empowered and informed, you're less empowered, and when you respect each other, you're less informed because you can't communicate well. Right? Especially when zombies attack anyone who can to try and turn him into a zombie. So millions of Canadians are falling further and further behind. And back to this article. And while Trudeau effectively presented an image of himself in 2015 as being focused on affordability, his policies are making things far worse with higher taxes, and especially the carbon tax, making life far more expensive for Canadians. Right? And this would be something that'd be nice to be able to talk about. What is the carbon tax? Right? It's a tax on carbon. What is carbon? Carbon is carbon dioxide. What is carbon dioxide? Carbon dioxide is what we exhale. It's what humans and mammals exhale, and we put it into the atmosphere, into the air, right? It's like, carbon dioxide! No, don't do it, right? But that's carbon dioxide, right? We take in the air, we keep the oxygen, and we use it, part of our blood supply, to grow, be healthy, move stuff around, right? And we put out the waste product, which is CO2, carbon dioxide. And then the plants take in the air, and they take the carbon dioxide we exhale, and they use it for food to grow and to make sure that they're healthy and so on. And then they put out oxygen for us and mammals to use, right? So that's carbon dioxide, right? It's part of this atmosphere, right? And so it's not bad for the earth at all. Like, it's not a pollutant at all, right? It's actually good. The more carbon dioxide you have, the more plants grow faster. Even greenhouses pump in carbon dioxide. If you have a greenhouse where you're trying to grow plants, they pump in way more because the plants are like, yes, yes, yes. Just like long distance runners and others, some athletes sometimes try blood doping where they put more oxygen in their body so they can run faster, run longer, whatever, right? So it's not bad for the earth at all, CO2, carbon dioxide, right? And a carbon tax puts a price on carbon, and just about everything makes carbon. Right? Every time there's industrial production to make this phone, to make this, to drive that car, to fly that airplane, right? All that stuff is carbon, right? So a carbon tax is basically a tax on everything to make everybody poor and easy to control. And it's a globalist plot hatched by the Club of Rome, right? And there's billions of dollars in it. And the idea is nobody except for super rich people who can afford to pay the carbon tax can have anything. Everyone else has to be equally poor and equally everything else as part of the globalist commie zombification. And our governments are selling out to that idea. They're acting like, oh, we try to be nice, so you people all have to pay more for everything. You're evil. It's like, no, hold on. Carbon dioxide's not bad for the earth at all. We exhale it, plants inhale it. We trade them CO2, they trade us oxygen. That's part of the atmosphere. And it doesn't affect the weather, or barely affects the weather or climate. Barely. Right? So it's not like, more carbon, we're all going to die in 12 years. You said that 12 years ago, 2007, with an inconvenient truth. You said Florida would be underwater by now. In fact, you've said that stuff for the last 50 years. It used to be global cooling, global warming, used to be, famine, used to be the ozone layer, used to be food grows arithmetically, population exponentially, so we all need to depopulate. Yeah, but all that's not true, right? It's all not true. With technology and so on, and it's all not true, right? But they've been saying that for the last 50 years, and they always scare you about what might happen the next 20 years. So they create a bunch of commie zombies who won't let anyone talk about it, right? In reality, CO2 is only 4% of all this atmosphere, just 4%. Most of this stuff is water vapor, some of it's oxygen, other gases, but that 4% of all this barely affects the weather or the climate. What mostly does is the Earth's proximity to the sun. When we're close to the sun, it's warmer. We're further away as we rotate, it's hotter. At least that's what they've known for the last 50, 60, 80 years, right? So the carbon tax is bad in a number of levels. Not bad for the environment. CO2 doesn't affect the weather or the climate, or barely. It's like having a match as Professor Timothy Ball, veteran climate scientist, 30, 40 years, taught, spoke at conferences, then said this is bullshit, and they said he's a quack. It's like, well, how did he do that for 30 or 40 years? Professor Timothy Ball out of Winnipeg, be a brilliant climate scientist, and now he's a quack, right? And he has a good explanation. He's like, no. If you had a match on in a room, a lit match, and then you had the oven open, and the oven was on, and the oven was heating up the room, and you said, this match is making the room hot, and somebody else is like, no, I think it's the oven, right? It's like, nope, it's this match, it's hot. It's like, no, the oven with the open door is making this room hot, right? That's CO2 compared to the impact of the sun, for example, on the climate, the weather, whatever, right? And so that's why the carbon tax is total bullshit for a variety of reasons. But the commie zombies won't let anyone talk with each other and with strangers, and so you have to just eat that shit instead of beat that shit, right? So before the October 2019 election, Canadians respect each other, teach kids to talk about fun or serious stuff, including the issues and who to vote for, or will we just not let anybody, right? So the carbon tax making life more expensive for Canadians, total bullcrap, right? A lot of people know it's bullcrap. They can sense it's bullcrap. With the way people are hysterical and histrionic about it, they just want you to believe them because they're a mess, right? As opposed to believe them because they're informed, empowered people who can explain things to you. It's just, I worry about I'm a mess. So anyway, so back to this article. So Scheer and the Conservatives are certainly onto something by focusing on the affordability issue. You can watch Scheer's video below. It says here, wherever you are across our beautiful country, hope I get to meet you this summer and talk about our positive conservative vision to make life more affordable. Now, whether you're liberal or conservative or libertarian or anarchist or communist, if you are polite Canadians, then you can act like you respect each other, and then you could talk and you could evolve each other's opinions. You can all learn from each other. If pretend sketchy old lady, wife, girlfriend zombies with each other and then attacking nice, happy, busy strangers or polite Canadians and turn them into zombies, make sure no one can, then we've got an issue. So there is the video from Mr. Scheer. I won't play it right now. Here's another article, right, from SpencerFernando.com. And this is good news, right? But again, it'd be nice to be able to talk about this. In an open letter, Cineplex CEO takes strong stand for Canadian free expression. SpencerFernando.com, July 8th, 2019. Right, so this is the head of a major movie chain here in Canada. I think they've got stuff in the States too. And there's the Cineplex logo. It says here, CEO Ellis Jacob stands behind decision to screen unplanned, saying it's up to customers whether they want to watch it or not. Right? So he's saying, no, we're going to let this movie play in some of our theaters and people can decide for themselves. We're not just going to freak out because people are freaking out and not let anyone do what they want. Right? Because that's the radical left, and the globalist radical left corrupting modern, classic conservatives and liberals are making everyone do that, where you just have to freak out and make sure no one can say anything and all you can do is freak out. Right? That's the danger with the globalist radical left corrupting normal conservatives and liberals. No, as you just talk about, you can argue, you can respect each other, you can be polite Canadians, but you would, you can evolve each other's opinions, typically. So this article says, while most Canadians believe in free expression, the far-left Liberal government has tried to rile up opposition to Cineplex showing the pro-life film Unplanned, right? Keep in mind, when you get people that won't let people talk, they can't talk to people they disagree with and can't talk to each other, and then make everyone do that, the commie zombification is part of that process, right? Don't talk, don't let anyone talk. Anyone doesn't act like a messed up commie zombie, then attack them and turn them into one. Who makes sure no one can talk. Right? So, back to this article. It says here, you would think that people governing a supposedly free country would be fine with a movie being played at a movie theater. Yet, Katie Telford, one of Trudeau's advisors, tried to somehow tie Cineplex's decision to quote conservative politicians, another example of the desperate liberals reaching again to attack any Canadian who has a different opinion. You see? And that's key, this attacking thing. This freak out attack, I'm all messed up by what they're saying or doing. This isn't just complicated stuff, right? This becomes about anything. This comes if you're doing nothing. If you're just minding your business, doing nothing, you'll get attacked, right? Or if you're nice, if you're happy, if you're busy, you look, talk, or feel good, you'll get attacked, right? So it's not just, the sort of, and it says here in the article, liberals, this is the Canadian Liberal government, partly our miserable, weak-lying, bitchy man, Prime Minister Trudeau, right? Globalist sellout, working for them, not for us, the super rich people above who want to weaken, control, destroy Canada, shove it into a global governance system under the UN and other international bodies, nationalists in different countries try and protect their countries from this type of encroachment, right? This is what they do. They attack any Canadian that has a different opinion, right? Now you might just think, no, these are nice, happy liberals, leftists, Antifa, corporate clones and commie zombies. They all get along. They're all nice to each other. No. They won't let you talk at all. They won't let each other talk at all. They won't let people who disagree. People they disagree, it's even crazier. But until you're a commie zombie, they're not satisfied. Right? So that's the radical left. Not normal conservatives, liberals, radical left turning everyone into that. So back to this article. Following Telford's lead, some far-left liberals started criticizing Cineplex, probably expecting that the company would do what most corporations do when confronted with a few negative tweets, give in to the woke crowd, right? And this woke crowd, this whole woke social justice warrior thing, there are a lot of people on the internet, right, who are informed and empowered people who will try and explain to you how they feel, and they will try and convince you of the value of their ideas and arguments based on being informed, empowered people, right? Not just how messed up they are on Twitter or, maybe offline, and say how messed up I am is the most important thing. Don't say or do anything at all, right? Because that's how far it goes. Right? Not like, no, we kill all the conservatives, anybody that doesn't agree with us, then we'll be happy. It's like, nope, you'll be zombies. The same shit you're scared to talk to people you disagree with about, you're scared to talk to each other about. Right? What if you're an individual adult and you have a different opinion? Right? What if, What if you have to just be a hardcore, commie zombie, right? Either say crazier and crazier shit, or do crazier and crazier shit to prove your commie zombie allegiance, right? If you're with a bunch of Antifa style, pro-choice, hate pro-life people, fanaticists, right? And you're like, well, I think we should have abortion, first trimester. That's good. No, second trimester, even more hardcore. No, third trimester. No, just before the baby's born. No, until the age of 6. No, until the age of 12. If you're part of that group, and you start to go, no, hold on a second, I disagree, commie zombies will freak out on you. Right? So that's the problem. And then it gets to the point where that's all they do. That's all they want to do. Right? Here at 7:20 p.m., Tuesday, July 9, 2019. BK Black Krishna from manforwars.com. Comment, subscribe, get in touch with questions or to work together, or financial support as you'd like. Just a block west of Yonge and College, across from 40 College Street, behind me just to the north, is Toronto Police Headquarters, with a hermaphrodite Masonic cop statue right in the front, finishing off a pyramid. And I say hermaphrodite Masonic cop statue, right? And that's all the zombies want to do, is make you a zombie. It gets to the point, right? It's not even like some radical leftist protester is screaming. It's just pure zombie, right? It's not like you're like, we should protect our borders, and someone's like, no borders, no Canada, no borders, no Canada. They just attack you, right? Or if you can talk at all, or if you can do anything but attack people, they just attack you, right? So it gets that bad. So that's what woke means, ultimately. When you're like, what's woke? Woke is bragging about being messed up about something, and then offline acting too messed up to look at and talk to each other, turning each other into zombies with people then wandering around bothering anyone who's not a mess. And communists killed 100 million people this way in the 20th century. This was a key part of their attack. Communists in Russia, China, they said, no more men, no more women, patriarchy holds you down. It's like, no, patriarchy holds us up. Patriarchy holds us up. Men are like, nope, we gotta be cool. Make sure other people are cool. Where we are, where we live's cool. Make sure other guys cool, women, kids cool. Yes. And as women will say, right, my friend's grandmother, she was like 90, she was like, I feel so sorry for women today who are all screwed up by sort of radical feminism. And my buddy asked his grandma, oh gee, grandma, why is that? She says, we used to get whatever we wanted from our men. We just never argued about it. We just didn't argue, right? Man would come home from a hard day's work, right? His wife would be a real sweetie. Worked 8 hours, come home. Hey, honey, how's it going? Oh, good, dear. Here's a cup of coffee. Here's your slippers, right? How are the kids? Kids are good. And then, if she was like, honey, oh, what is it, dear? I just finished work. I'm just relaxing, Sweetie. Yes, dear. Would you mind getting some butter? We're a little short for the cooking. Get some butter? God damn it, woman, I can climb mountains and wrestle grizzly bears. I'll be back in 10 minutes. And then you just run out and get your girl butter. Come back. Not arguing about it. We need to do this. We need to do that. That's what you're supposed to do. You're wrong. Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me anything. Don't talk at all. Honey, yes. All the men you like talk about you or people like you all the time. That's how you respect us. All your favorite singers, and even if they're ugly, you're like, oh baby, you're so beautiful. Here's my bra, here's my panties, take my punani. And I'm not supposed to say anything? How the hell you respect me? You respect Tom Jones, he's like 70. You let him have sex with you. And I'm not supposed to say anything? To you, about you? That's crazy. But that's what happens, right? So back to this article in Free Speech. Back to Cineplex Odeon agreeing to screen the movie Unplanned. right? There was some woke tweeting, and then it says here, yet Cineplex did the opposite instead, taking a courageous stand in support of free speech and free expression in Canada, right? And Unplanned is a pro-life movie about someone that used to work at Planned Parenthood and then saw what abortions really were and then freaked out and became pro-life. She was pro-choice, hardcore, worked for Planned Parenthood, and then she switched to pro-life. And it's a real Hollywood actress, probably not going to get as much Hollywood work as she was with her career trajectory. A real Hollywood actress, good production values, getting good reviews, and people should be able to see it or not, right? You know, informed and empowered people would see it, and if it was good, they'd like it, pass it on, recommend it. If it was bad, they'd call it crap, explain that, have a good laugh. But the radical left turning people into commie zombies doesn't allow people to do that, right? You can't talk to people you disagree with. Nobody can talk to anybody they disagree with. And we can't talk to each other, and then that's what they do, right? Make sure no one can talk at all. Whatever side of this issue you fall on, you probably shouldn't turn into commie zombies attacking people trying to make more, right? So, and it's just pretending, right? If it was my ugly old lady or wife or girlfriend and someone thought that, I'd be really embarrassed. But people can usually tell, right? It's not yours. It's just pretending. It just does that near people. Then it doesn't get along with people it knows. Then it just does that near strangers. And then what else can it do, right? It doesn't respect people. People don't respect it. What do you want to do with it? So hopefully it can stop with people it knows and not bother strangers. Otherwise, it's just what it does. Right? Now, let me say I'm a nice guy, but if you do anything with it, you'll lose self-respect. And then you'll take other people's. So you really can't, right? You know, and you let other people know it's not safe to be nice to you, right? If it gets up and forces you to see it look ugly, then you're like, oh geez, do something stupid back. Here, pick my nose, eat it. Pick my nose, eat it. And everyone around goes, yeah, that guy's gross. He's just going to make me uncomfortable too, right? But if you ignore it, and other people are like, wait a minute, there's a chance to be nice to each other? There's a chance? You mean as a guy I can be cool with that guy? As a girl I can be nice, cute, friendly? As a kid? It's safe? Oh, great. And then they take the opportunity. Otherwise, you never know. Right? And every day I meet Canadians who are just go, safe to be nice to you? Fuck it. Let's do this. I'm pretty sure if I look at you, you're not going to force me to see you look ugly. You don't want me to do that. Great, let's do this. Right? Otherwise, you have to. Right? You know, it's hey, put on with me. Oh, put on with me. Pick my nose and eating it. Put on my nose and eating it. Oh, run away from each other. Or whatever. Do something stupid. Right? So back to this article. And now Cineplex CEO Ellis Jacob has made it clear that the company will keep supporting the right of people to decide whether or not they want to watch a movie. You can view the open letter below. And he writes a letter saying Canadians love free speech. Canadians should be able to decide for themselves. Out of 1,700 movie theaters, this Unplanned movie is only screening in 14. Don't freak out. You know, let people do what they want. You like it, go see it. You don't like it, go see it. Come outside, shit on it. Because this is what the independent media, that's why it's exploding online, on YouTube and other video platforms, Twitter, memes, and so on, is there are people that enjoy explaining how stupid something is instead of saying they shouldn't be allowed to talk at all, right? That's on the more conservative, libertarian, independent media side, typically. On the more radical left, corrupted liberal side, and the radical left and hardcore anarchist, Antifa, Nazis, pretending they're attacking Nazis, but actually Nazis, you know, similar colors and flags and tactics, but then they say they're fighting Nazis, they'll attack like Nazis, like Antifa, and turning normal people into that because you go along with those ideas pushed by the mainstream media. That's the opposite. That's why there's not that many lefty people compared to conservative people online saying, whoa, let me show you how stupid this is. Instead, it's people freaking out, especially Twitter and social media, which I think might be a long-term globalist plot to turn us into snarky, bitchy babies, just make it a mess to the world, right? Like this commie zombie thing part of it might be, and Toronto's lots of Facebook users, social media, very, very connected that way. It's very similar to tweeting, where you just spit out into the world how messed up you are, typically. There's some smart tweets, there's some good tweets, there's some cool tweets. You know, it can be a handy medium, but a lot of it is just like, I'm so messed up about this, everybody, bleh, snarky, bitchy blurt. Oh, I'm so messed up about this snarky, bitchy blurt. And you just shove that out into the world, right? And a lot of these are like tweets. Oh, such a mess about this. Hey, it's a nice summer day, it's too hot, right? And it's ruining the way normal people can respect each other and communicate well. Because if you're using social media and just tweeting that out, snarky, bitchy, blurred, I'm such a mess, everyone needs to know it, just broadcast it to the world, that's a lot different from conversations we used to have where we respected each other, and even if you were messed up about something, at the end of that normal act like we respect each other, talk like we respect each other, deal with what's going on, you're not a mess. Right? So long term, we've got to be a little careful about that. So anyway, to end this off, glad that there's a stand for free speech from the Cineplex Odeon CEO. It says here, Cineplex and their CEO Ellis Jacob deserve lots of credit for this tough stand. They have set a good example of standing up for Canadian values of free speech and free expression. It's great to see a company treat Canadian people like adults for a change. Right? And if adults could treat each other like adults, like nice, polite Canadians who respect each other and teach kids to, then this stuff is a healthy conversation. But if online and offline we can't, then you just can't have one. Or anyone that can will be attacked and turned into a zombie, because you have to. Right? What else can you do with those zombies? If you don't see them look ugly and force them to see you look ugly, you won't like each other. They won't do anything with you. But if you do, you won't like each other. You can't do anything with each other. And then you'll run around like zombies bothering strangers. But it's kind of a zero-sum game. Right? You could do it. Right? Hey, I know you. We're family. We're friends. You seem like you're nice. You're happy. You're busy. You're looking, talking, feeling good. Put up with me. Forcing me to look ugly. Make us uncomfortable. Work up on you. Whoa, what am I supposed to do? You don't respect me? Oh, do it back. Do it back. Now what? Oh, don't look at me. It's hard to talk to each other. Get away with more sketchy. Okay, don't talk less. Okay, zombie around, bother strangers. Make more. Right? And so before the October 2019 election, which is in less than 3 months, it'd be nice if polite Canadians could respect each other, teach kids to look, talk, and feel great about fun or serious stuff, discuss issues and who they're voting for, and not just be turned into zombies who attack anyone that can do that and try to turn them into zombies who attack anyone that can do that. And it's lying, bitches begging to be broken, get off, be ignored, instead of making more, want to stop, right? So here's another article, and there's huge anti-free speech attacks. You think online's bad enough? Trudeau's $600 million bailout of the mass media, right? Oh, just before I get election. Just before the election. Hey, here's $600 million bucks. Toronto Star, Globe and Mail, CBC, everybody. You know, everybody take it. You know, pay off your mortgage. Take it. Now, say exactly what we want. Right? That's bad enough. Or hate speech, policies. If anybody makes anybody upset, then nobody can talk. So how can you do that? What if you're intelligent individual adults in a diverse country like Canada, unified and being polite and nice to each other and responsible for making sure we're cool, where we live's cool, other people are. So it's fine. Even if you're different, respect each other, communicate well, right? What about that? So, back to this article. Video. Bernier discusses views on free speech. And Maxime Bernier is head of the People's Party of Canada, a relatively new party, right? And from what I can tell, they've got some good stances, to protect a Canada we like, not just destroy a Canada and Canadians we hate, like commie zombies, who want to destroy everything and replace it. Replace humans with zombies, replace Canada with globalist corporate clone culture run by the UN. Everyone has to be equally messed up. If you're not a mess, making everyone put up with and act like you, then you're wrong, right? You can't help anyone not be a mess. You have to be cool with someone being a mess because they're a mess. We have to be sensitive, right? So it's just pretending. It's not mine. It's just pretending. No, it's okay. It's having a little self-respect. Not your business. He just does that. Bother everybody. Nice day. So, People's Party leader discusses issue of free speech and letting candidates express themselves with Don Martin. Right? So there's online censorship, media bailout, all these new policies on social media, Facebook, regulate this, regulate that. Unless you're a commie zombie, you can't do anything, right? And the more messed up you are, the more you have to agree because they're super sensitive about being a mess. So then it's just messes near each other. And then when they don't get along with people they know, messes wandering around bothering any stranger that's not a mess, trying to make them a mess who bothers people and makes them a mess. So online is one thing. Bad enough, right? Oh, we need new hate speech policies. We need this. What do you mean, hate speech? I can't hate something? No, you can't hate anything. What about pretend rude line, bitchy, sketchy, ugly old lady, your wife or girlfriend busting my balls? Nope. Not allowed to hate that. You got to put up with and act like them. If you don't get a lot of people you know, you got to attack strangers who aren't doing that already and try and turn them into zombies. You can't hate your pretend ugly, sketchy, bitchy, ball-busting old lady, your wife or girlfriend? Nope. You can't hate anything? Nope. You said be zombies wandering around bothering people? Yep. Don't say anything? They feel embarrassed? They're sensitive? They're a mess? They'll deny, argue, lie? That's all you get. Right? It's lying bitches begging to be broken. They get off on making more or get off being ignored. You act like a bitch or a bitch's bitch makes more bitches to make more bitches, or you like being ignored acting stupid, better than being bitchy with a wimp, better than you not liking each other or being bothered. Just sick of being a rude, ugly girl. Right? Happens. Girls get like that sometimes. Or guys getting so bad at being men, they're getting bad at being women, making everyone else put up with and act like them. Same thing. So back to this article. Maxime Bernier, I apologize for reading myself. I just want to make it 100% clear. Like, it's not like some self-respecting Canadian adult or young adult or whatever, or kid, doesn't matter, even they're doing it, is like, let me set you straight, young man. Here, let me tell you, don't be saying that sort of thing. So no, it's just, zombie, you didn't see me yet. If you see it look ugly, it's even less happy. I've done that sometimes, either personally or through the camera lens. If you actually look, it's more embarrassed. Oh, what are you doing? Don't look. I just want to pretend to be your ugly, sketchy girlfriend. I can stupid being ignored. Right? It gets even more embarrassed. So what? What are you talking about? Just pretend ugly girlfriend likes acting stupid being ignored. What? It's bothering you for no reason. What? It gets even more embarrassed. So you just let it finish. Or if you force you look ugly back, bother it. You know, it doesn't matter if you're ugly like a man to ugly like a woman. It knows being ugly like a woman, so it's not. It's what are we supposed to do, right? You're supposed to just politely ignore it. Bark, yank, spank, or time out with your own. But if it's super serious about it, you can be ugly like a man. You know, you've seen that before. Ugly like a woman. Bitchy, mess, miserable. Everyone must know. Put a gun to a woman. Shut up. Stop making everyone uncomfortable. Chill out. We're not going. No, I am. Hey, come on. That's ugly like a man, ugly like a woman. Instead, everyone has to be ugly like a woman. Make everyone else ugly like a woman. No one say anything because they're sensitive about it. Embarrassed. Right now, that's all you can do. I don't want to be ugly like a man if someone's ugly like a woman. But if you want to keep your self-respect, to just get back to even, sometimes you have to. Right? If it's not much, and I've had this before with girlfriends or whatever, you know, you're watching the Raptors game, you're in a good mood, and she sits down beside you and she's just grumpy and bitchy for no reason, and you just politely ignore her. And she's like, what? I'm like, no way. Then she's like, oh, fine. And then she shuffles off, you know, and it's okay. but if she freaks out, you freak out back. Or if you did something wrong, like you're late picking her up and you act stupid, you may have to eat a little bit of crap. Otherwise, it's nothing. It's okay. So anyway, BK Black, Krishna from manforwars.com, 7:39 p.m. Tuesday, July 9th, 2019, here in downtown Toronto, Canada. Feel free to comment, subscribe, get in touch, to work together or with questions or to support financially the Man for Wars efforts as you'd like. But before the October election, we should be able to talk to each other, teach kids to, and discuss fun or serious stuff. And make the right call for the Prime Minister for the next 5 years. As always, I hope this helps, and I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.